because even if they're also present, their scene will be like
Limited.
their screen time will be very limited.
All right, my people, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our new subscribers, new followers, make sure to click the like button and please rate us a 5-star. Welcome to Very Dark Cloud Pod. I'm your host, Dreamer, and with me here is.
This is Thrillz.
And we're going to be taking you guys on a very bumpy ride here. But before we go all through, Thrills, what's your best movie?
Best movie. Are we talking? Okay, let me put animation into it because I love watching a lot of animation. So I'll say Kung Fu Panda 4. Above all.
Above all.
Yep.
Why Kung Fu Panda 4?
I mean, it just have this because I've been following it from 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, and it has never been boring. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
No,
Not
4 is whack. No, I won't really say whack, but I just feel like they would have added a lot more steez to it. Let me say what steez. Like I feel like no, I mean the whole setting was alright, but I just feel like what they did, right, would have been much more like what happened to the rest of them, what happened to Tigress and the others. They would have been there because virtually all the other Kung Fu Pandas, I think they've always been present except for this one. And it just made the whole storyline. I know the whole storyline is supposed to be about Pooh, but I think a major part of why the Kung Fu Panda is the Kung Fu Panda. So for them to be absent throughout the whole movie, just it threw me off. Too. I expected
Actually, I feel like it's okay because they weren't really much of how I put it. Like put there were no really much of any use in that because the whole point of the whole thing was talking about his transcension from being dragon warrior to spiritual leader of the valley. So it's talking about his successor and also his translation. So it's not really the five shouldn't actually be there because even if they're also present, their scene will be
limited.
like their screen time will be very limited. So it'll be as if they are not there. So it's like I really enjoyed this whole thing because we were talking about it was just like a journey between him and his successor. Like, because he was supposed to find his successor.
Yeah, true.
Unknown to him, he didn't actually know. The whole pattern now. Like him going on journey at the end of the day, realizing that this is the person he really wants to hand over to. So I really enjoyed the whole setup.
What do you think about the peacock?
The peacock, that was in part 2.
Wait, sorry, did I say peacock? What's that? That's what's that? I don't know the name. Let me call it lizard because I don't know.
Fox now.
Is she a fox?
Yes, she's a fox.
No, how is she a fox?
She's a fox, bro.
No, not the one that was with her, not the little fox that was like following him around. I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah, the main antagonist now.
Okay, chameleon.
She was a chameleon, right? I said lizard. Yeah, the chameleon. It's been a while I watched it, so sorry if my memory is not triggering well. Yeah, the chameleon.
Really, I think that her idea of instead of going to learn Kung Fu, because like she said it, because nobody really can actually not learn Kung Fu. I mean, you could imagine Po now, even still at the part 4, it still can climb all those steps up.
Yeah, but what if she had a shitty master like Shifu? You know, Shifu was a bad teacher, right? It's just that Po was able to accommodate his
Shifu was a bad teacher.
Yeah. No, not like he was a bad leader, but he looked down on Po a lot of times because of his structure, his nature.
Exactly. So they say don't judge a book by its cover, definitely. But
that's what I'm saying, right? Not everybody can undertake exactly what Po took.
No. If you listen to it, it wasn't really about her not taking the training. It was about not even chance training. You get everybody rejected her. They take her training, so they decided instead of since they rejected me, I'll just bring all the feelings of the past, then heal that Kung Fu. At least that's much more faster than going to training for years.
Yeah, so don't you think them rejecting her was more reason why she was like that? I mean, it's still almost it's still almost the same thing what we're talking about with Pooh because
it was the same. It was the same thing that Master Shifu did, but if he had if he had insisted that Poe wouldn't have, he would not have teach Poe. I believe Poe would have turned out like that. But if you come to
No,
think
he
of it,
insisted. Poe was just
Poe
reluctant.
wasn't really actually
He
interested in
was
the whole thing.
no, he
That was
was
the difference between him and her. She was interested in it, but everybody rejected her. Poe was just passing by like a side look and then happened to just stumble into the festival. Then
yeah, actually.
Master Uwe just picked
But then
said,
when he had the chance, and so who do you think would have like given up earlier? Is that not supposed to be Poe because it's not something he wanted, and then Shifu, who was supposed to be his mentor, was not like really in support of it. So
no,
don't you think
but if
he
you
would have
remember
been the
some,
one to give up first?
if you remember correctly, Poe was a fan of the five,
Yes.
the Furious Five. Poe was their
Yeah.
fan. So if you were in his shoes, would you give up the chance to hang out with your heroes?
The same heroes that chased him out of their rooms. Hashtag Tigers.
Eh, no, definitely no. Even his own master too never really believed in him until at the end. Not
You know
really
there's
at the
this
end,
saying,
during the training.
there's this saying, never meet your heroes, right?
Yeah, never meet your heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Better you just keep looking at them from
yeah,
afar.
from afar,
It's the
yeah.
same thing. It's the same thing when what it's like. It's the same thing that happened with Tai Lung. Look at it. The same thing that happened with Tai Lung.
Yeah, true.
The whole idea that Master Shifu planted in his head was you were meant to become the Dragon Warrior. So he trained every day, every night. He trained completely, only for him to have that one setting goal in his mind that says, "I'm going to be the Dragon Warrior." Until Master Uwe just come and be like, "Nah, he's not the
You're
Dragon
not
Warrior."
quick enough.
He
Yeah.
believed that kind of stuff. So the idea has already been planted in him from when he was a little child that he was meant to be the Dragon Warrior. So he trained and he did everything that the Dragon Warrior was supposed to do, and then he got his dream crushed. It's the same thing that happened with Tigress. I mean, she wanted to be the Dragon Warrior. Remember?
Yeah, I do.
But
Courtesy of
you remember
Shifu.
that it was her that actually chased him out of her room.
Yes, yes, yes.
Exactly. So she was like the leader of the five.
But don't you still think Poe, I mean, with all the resilience, I know he was very resilient towards virtually everything. What I'm saying is right. Don't you think he
Mm.
would have given up? I mean, yeah, the chance to be with your heroes, the people you love, the people you admire, and all that.
Mm.
The zeal is there, but another thing you need to look out for is that's not his dream, that's not his passion. Now, comparing it to the chameleon, whose dream and passion is already like focused towards that angle, don't you think there's supposed to be like a there's supposed to be something to make her more resilient to her passion? Because hypothetically speaking, yeah, she's supposed to be more inclined towards that dream than Poe
Mm.
is. Yeah, because she this is like her dream. This is her vision. This is what she wants. Whereas
Yeah.
Poe is just something he met, and it just happened all of a sudden. It just happened out of the blue.
The
So
funny thing is
ideally,
that
yeah, ideally
the
speaking,
thing is,
who do you think would have? Because I could understand with her plight and her point of doing whatever she did, but at the same time, I know it was bad in such a way because the whole taxes she used to collect from those bandits. I won't say it's bad because looking at it, those bandits are already at the bad side of the table. So for her
I,
to be demanding tax from them for pay, I don't think it's really bad because if you're stealing from a thief, would that count as stealing?
yeah, it's also stealing. Yeah, it's got stealing
Yeah,
actually.
that's the thing. Imagine I rob you, for instance, I rob you of your money, right? Or I go to the bank and I rob you, and then somebody is robbing me. Would that be? Can I take that case to the police that was being robbed?
Nah, hell nah.
Yeah. So you see, so I won't really say what she did was bad, but I was really feeling for her because she just wanted the best, and life was just unfortunate for her. Probably most likely
That's
because
the thing about. Listen, that's the thing about life. See, the whole thing, the whole idea. If you look at it from the other perspective,
yeah.
Paul's destiny. That was his destiny.
Yeah, but how would you know it? It's because we were watching it. That's why I knew that was his destiny.
Yeah,
Looking at
but
it,
the thing is, he couldn't shy away from his destiny. The thing is, she loved something, but even though what she loved wasn't really her destiny, she ignored her destiny because I'm supposed definitely she would have been a great business tycoon, like a business person, because she was good at it.
yeah,
Imagine
actually,
collecting from the top thieves, top bandits.
yeah,
Yeah, because she was good at it actually. So it's like she should have gone for maybe a business. She would have been a well successful business person. I believe that was her destiny. In my
Do you think?
opinion,
Do you think the
that was
odds? Do you
how.
think? Do you think the odds will still be on her? Because if she was to go through the legal, there's some things. It's like, say for instance, a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, okay, drug dealer should have been a business tycoon, like leave the whole drug thing, whatever. Now
Yeah,
coming to the normal legal business aid or business sector, do you think that
yeah.
person will still thrive? The person who does drugs and is successful, do you think he might thrive in this business? Because the connections are they're two different forms of people entirely that you're dealing with.
Nah, nah. They are not different forms of people. Look at it. What do you call? Okay, the drug dealing and the whole thing. What do you call it? Is it not a business?
Yeah, it's a business, but they're different forms of businesses.
No, but you understand something. The ideology, the principle that guides business, still affect all business, whether legal or illegal. It still affects
We're,
all
talk-
business. It
we're
still
talking
runs
about
throughout all
drugs. We're talking
business.
about drugs, though.
Yes, it's bro. It's business. They are
Do
still
you
in
know?
business.
Do you know? For instance, I hope the wrong people don't hear this though. It's easier for me to sell a pack of cocaine than for me to sell a pack of what would I use? What would I use? Oh, yeah. Okay, anything at all. It's easier for me to sell a pack of cocaine than a pack of any other product out there. I hope you know. Drugs
It
already
depends
has
on
drugs
who you
already
are
has
selling it to.
wait no drugs already has its market, its people. Whereas any other traditional business you're starting, you need to literally have your
Build.
target audience, your target customers. So
Mm,
the diversity is just too wide. And me coming from that drug aspect, for instance, I'll be like, oh, okay, I already know the lungs and the corners to sell my,
mm.
my drugs. Even if I'm
Exactly. See,
ideally, even if I'm ideally starting a drug business today, there is literally no way I will not get anybody to subscribe to my drug.
exactly,
But yeah,
bro. Do you know why?
because
Because
it's
you're
drugs.
selling it to the right people. That's what we're talking about. We are living in a country where everybody just need to get, everybody just want to get like zoned out, like forget about the fact that
The
this country
reality,
is messed
yeah.
up as it is. In reality, yes. So definitely, the thing is, will you go and carry a drug and sell it to your mom?
No, but I can say it's people's moms. But I'm not saying it's my mom
Why won't you sell it to your mom?
because she's not a drug addict. She doesn't take
Not
drugs.
necessarily a drug addict. She's not interested in that product you're selling. The whole thing is, you will find enough people that will buy your product because you are meeting. There are more people, that there are more customers that will want your product. Because I mean, you can't just carry a bottle of Coke and be like, "Who wants to buy this bottle of
That's
Coke?" I mean,
yeah.
everybody will
That's
see you.
that's
But the thing is,
that's
the thing
that's
is
um
about the thing
that's
about sales is it depends on play. Like you said, you know the corners, you know the in and out, the places you go to sell to be. That's because you know the place, you know the people. You're not just going to everybody to say, "Yo, will you buy drugs? Yo, will you buy drugs?" No, 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 no. You know the people. You know the place you're selling it to. You know the place you will stay to sell it, or the place you will enter to sell it, and you know the kind of people you meet to sell it. You get what I'm saying? You can't
I
just meet
understand.
anybody in the street. They are decent. They are they are still decent people. So you cannot look at this person and be like, this decent person, and then go and meet a decent person and be like, yo,
You know,
will you buy cocaine?
businesses. I think in this century, this is actually a very broad topic. Oh. This is in this 21st century. There are various forms of running businesses, right?
Yep.
So, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. So there are various forms of running businesses. You can do I don't know. I think person to person, person to business, whatever. All those. I didn't study business admin or whatever, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my point is people buy two things generally. They can either buy your products or they can buy you. Now, looking at this
That's
drug business, for instance, right? People are not
yeah.
buying you; they're buying your products.
Yep.
In other aspects where people are buying you, let's use Mr. Beast for instance. He's a YouTuber,
Mm-hmm.
a popular YouTuber. People are
Mm-hmm.
buying Mr. Beast. They're now buying his product. Now, wherever Mr. Beast shows his face, everybody just wants to see Mr. Beast. So people are subscribing to Mr. Beast directly. They're not
Yeah.
subscribing to whatever product he has.
Just
Whereas,
to his
yeah,
name actually.
yeah. Whereas to the drug, for instance, nobody, even if nobody cares where the drug is coming from, as long as it's good. Okay, nobody cares. Now, if you're looking at our traditional business, for instance, too, these two things apply. For instance, you're looking at an app, for instance, right?
Yeah.
Um, Meta created an app earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. Threads, right? Was it this year? I think it was this year. Last, I can't remember though. But they created Threads, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they created Threads, what happened? People subscribed to both the app and then the person which is Mark Zuckerberg, because it's Mark Zuckerberg's app. Obviously, it has to be good. And
Yeah.
then people came in and then they noticed, oh yeah, the app is actually good, and that's why it still has a little bit of audience, although not that much as it was from the onset.
Yeah.
So that's just now. If you're looking at somebody that is running a drug business that doesn't really rely on his face to sell his content or his ideas, it will be more faster for that person to make it, because you're not looking at the originality. Like you don't, as long as the drug is good, you're okay with it. You don't care where the hell it's coming from. Now you're
Mm-hmm.
looking at some apps and you're like, this company, nah, they're not really that good. And we don't like the ones that created the previous company or the
Mm-hmm.
previous product. So obviously this product is going to be whack. So I don't know if you get my point.
Because the thing is, you're talking about subscribing to the you know they can't they don't if you're selling drugs they don't actually but like, I'll say yeah they give a fuck about the person because yeah the supplier and all but they just they just care about the quality of the product. That's all. The thing is
Yeah,
you are
that's
selling
what I'm
it to
saying. Even if the
see,
supplier,
and the
even if
funny
the
thing
supplier
about
is whack, you don't care
hmm?
as long as the drugs. I said even if the supply is whack and the drugs are good, man, you're good to go.
Yeah, good to go. That's the thing. The people just need the product. They don't really need you per se. You are just
Yeah,
like a channel by which the product reach to them.
that's all.
You are not really as important. You're not as important as the product itself. So that's how the whole business works. Because this is the thing about business. If you're talking business to a client, you're what you should do is you should talk value, not price.
Yeah. Now let me ask you something. Let's use the same threads. If it was not Meta that created threads, do you think threads would have sold the way it did?
Hmm. Uh, it depends if it's maybe another popular company.
No, it
Maybe
doesn't
like
have to be. No, it doesn't have to be. Now you're saying you're selling value, right? I agree
yeah.
with you. Yeah, we're selling value. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if that value proposition is not being met, if people can't see the value, then what's the value in it? There are lots of apps. There are lots of apps out there that are like really mad. Like there's this app I was testing, Be Real. I don't know if you've heard of it. Be Real
No.
app. The app is really crazy. What the app does is it's trying to narrow your this like social media is a lie. That's just the thing. Like no, it's true. It's just a lie. Okay, you see lots of Instagrammers, TikTokers, and virtually everybody's living in this fantasy that everybody, like every of their followers aspiring to be like or to be where they are.
Mm.
And yeah, so it's just all lies. So what Be Real is trying to do is trying to like cut corners with all those things. Just be yourself. That's why the app is Be Real. So what they do is they prompt notifications for you at any given time of the day, and then all you need to
Mm-hmm.
do is to it makes use of your front and then your back, your rear camera. So
Mm.
it just takes you a picture at that particular moment. So they send you a notification some minutes before that particular time. So anything you're doing or wherever you are at that time, you get to post it online. So I just
Mm.
feel it brings this connection to people and their reality. More like,
Mm.
oh, this is my face or my figure on social media, but this is actually who I am or what
See
I
the thing now.
basically
See the thing
do
now.
on a
See
daily
the thing now.
basis, right?
See the thing
So
now. Would you think people want to actually post their real self?
no, yes, they would. In fact, people did because it brought
How
this
many people are
closure.
using the app? How many people are using the app globally?
I can't really tell, but I think it's restricted to some certain regions at the moment.
Okay,
So
you
it's
see
not
what I'm
like a
saying?
global.
You see what I'm
It's not a
saying?
global
See,
app for now.
the idea that has spread for a very long time about social media is fake life.
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
They're
that's what I'm
they're
saying.
not trying. No, no,
Now,
they're not trying
see
to
how
scrap out. They're not trying to scrap out fake life. All they're trying to do is okay. Yes, we know you did. You live your fake life, but inside all of that, I think there's a little bit of genuinity in you. So what they're trying to do is just to bring that out, your real self. Okay. Now, mind you, it's not and you don't have the avenue to post all those your fancy pictures. No, you only make do with the exact pictures they give you at that particular time. So what I got to understand was they make it kind of fun for people to be like, oh, this person is, let's say Kim Kardashian, for instance. She has over, I don't know, like, let's say nearly half a billion followers, right? And
Mhm.
yeah, half a billion followers. And then you get to see her living her best life, her best real life. And then sometimes, and most likely, I've been, when I told you the notification prompts at various time frames, so you can't really tell when it's going to prompt or not. So it just gets to you impromptu. So sometimes you see some people making noodles and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, this is actually what I was doing before. My
Now,
notification prompt.
it make
This is what I
mention
was
of
doing."
it
So
make mention of Kim Kardashian living her best life, bro. That is
yeah,
a lie. It's still a lie.
why would you
Look,
say so? You
everybody
know,
will
you know,
flaunt the best.
you know,
Listen,
you know.
everybody will flaunt the best part of their life. They'll keep the worst part of their life in secret. That's the thing about internet. You don't know. They
Yes,
are not showing the best part of
that's
their life.
no.
There's
You
this
know,
even reality show
it's like
that view the whole Kardashians. I don't know if you know their reality show, their TV
yes,
reality
yes,
show.
yes. Keep up with the
Bro,
Kardashians.
even
Yeah,
that TV reality show is not actually a TV reality show. They're showing their best life for you to see. Do you see the fucked up part of their life? No.
wait.
Do
Let
they
me
view
get
the
this.
fucked up part of their life? No. It's just the dumb shit that maybe their relationship issue, their distant issue. All those things are part of the whole scheme. They have managers, they have all
So,
those people.
do
So
you?
their
Yeah.
all those
Despite
their analysts can be like, okay, if this thing goes out now, in as much as it's a bit demeaning to your social status,
mm-hmm.
but yet he will still become even more viral, even more popular than you are. So like the way the odds, okay, um, shame versus increase of popularity, and the increase of popularity way more heavier than it. So you saw what I'm saying now. So definitely they'll post, maybe on their breakup, them crying, all of their marital issues and all those stuff. Within that marital issues, like somebody somewhere cannot even know about the Kardashians, and all of a sudden he's just seeing this whole thing trending. Like then he's like, "Yo, what's up? What's happening?"
Yeah.
And like, don't you know the Kardashians? Like, why are you know where? So now he's already curious. Who is this the Kardashians that they're talking about? Who is this Kim Kardashian that actually? Now he's already knowing them. Now you see what I'm saying? Their
I
popularity is
guess.
reaching even more people. There is nobody that is flaunting their. I've
No,
not
I'm
actually
not. I'm
seen.
not.
I
No,
believe there
I'm
should
not
be people,
saying.
but
Hear
I'm
me out.
saying
Hear
that
me
in
out.
as much as okay,
I'm not
okay.
saying all those things they're doing is real or whatever, right? What I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is this is the social media. They're not Be Real is not taking videos of you. No, they're not doing anything, right? The only thing they're
Mm-hmm.
doing is to make you closer to the people. I know, yes.
What people?
In a way, I'm trying to diversify what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is, yes, people know you live all those expensive life. You live you're only showing people the good part of your life. Now, there's some people that will be like, oh, um, Kim Kardashian, Chloe or Kim Kardashian, whichever one, has like virtually all their lives they've lived in luxury. They've lived well. They've had everything at their disposal. What are those
Mm-hmm.
little key things? Those little breadcrumbs you can pick up from their lifestyle. Besides, mind you, some of all these things go viral on the net, and it won't really make any difference if you were to just post it yourself. Now, what this is trying to do is to bring more closure to you and your personal self, because sometimes we live a life of so much lie in the internet where we make the lie so concealed that it becomes the truth in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it weighs us down in so many ways. So me, I feel like what these people are trying to do, what Be Real is trying to do, is to see how they can close the gap between our reality and the fake life which we're trying to present to the internet, which is what they're doing. It's a
Like
step in the right direction, in the sense, like I told you about the celebrity that was making pizza, and then he got the pizza burnt. One was walking, and then made the sudden notification, the cup, the tumbler they were holding fell on the floor, so he broke. He just took the picture, and you're like, oh shit, crazy things happen, and it's a way to interact with people. Nobody's saying you should post the bad side of your life or whatever. No, it's just what you're caught on in at that particular moment. So if you feel like you've been living your best life like forever, then I don't think being caught on any moment would be an issue, because they obviously have paparazzis up and down trying to get like leak secrets about their personal lives. And if you can actually leak this secret yourself, not like leak, but if you can tell this secret yourself, I think it will give you an advantage
I want you to understand something.
because you've caught the how do I put it? You've cut the cost of paparazzi. Now I'm looking at it from a wider perspective. Well, this is not what Burial said, but I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
at it from a wider perspective. Like I mentioned the issue of paparazzis, trying to get rare images of you and stuffs like that.
Huh?
Maybe trying to like peep into your private life and then get things. Now imagine you being able to expose all of that. You've already cut down the cost of these paparazzis, probably making fun of you, or making stupid images of you and giving you
Why would
whichever
you want to
write-up
expose your
that you
private life?
want. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, but why would you want to expose your private life?
Not like your private life. No, there's some things that have been consumed. What Burial? It's just like it's okay. Consider Burial as a normal social media app that is just intrigued with what you do on a daily basis. Like, okay, if you want to have fun, let's have
Bro,
fun.
see,
This is a fun
this
way to share your daily. It's just like a day in a life. If you want to make a day, lots of celebrities do days in their lives. Like, oh, I wake up early morning, I do this, I do that, I take coffee, I go for a run, I go to the gym. You do all of that, right? Well, there's nothing to hide. So why not use Be Real then? If that's what you do on your daily basis, use Be Real
no,
and then
this is
prove
the
us
thing
wrong.
you keep missing out. This is the thing you keep missing out.
Why would
Even as
anyone wait?
a
Why would anyone lie in a day in their life?
look, people lie. It's not like that's the question you keep asking. Why would you lie? Why do you think people lie?
To get
So
famous,
that
of
they'll,
course.
yes, so that they'll feel among. Definitely, that's the thing. Even in that burial, you're telling me, look at it. If you look at it, bro, I assure you, many people, many users are lying.
No, you can't lie,
Many
obviously, because like
listen
I
now.
told you. No,
Many
wait.
users are lying.
Do you know? Do you know? I
Okay,
told you.
give
I told you
me. They give
they
me.
prompt a notification. I think like I think 60 seconds. Yeah. So within 60 seconds, 60 seconds is not enough for you to get dressed, to rub your makeup or whatever, and then get to a
Many
cool place.
users
It's not
are
enough.
still lying, bro. That's the thing. Many people are still lying.
Do you know what they're trying to do? It's trying to cut the. It's trying, like I told you, it's trying to bridge the gap between living a fake life and your normal life. Because if you know that Bureau prompt today, it might pop up at around 12 noon, right? Tomorrow it might be 3 p.m. So the time varies. It might just be around 7 a.m. So the time varies. And if you're trying to beat up, if you're trying to make your life
Okay.
perfect because you're hoping on Bereal's countdown to not catch you off guard, then you're literally going to make your life as perfect as it is on the internet, which means technically you are not lying then, if only you can keep up to the standards you're posting online.
Okay. Okay. They give you like okay, if they give you 60 seconds,
Yeah.
they just pop up and they give you 60 seconds to prepare
Prompt.
or seconds to do whatever.
Not to prepare. They can't just pop up in a
The
screen. What if you're
notification, right?
yeah,
Okay, let's
yeah,
put the notification 60 seconds to
yes,
the notification.
yeah.
Would you open the app or the app will open by itself?
I think it's supposed to be automatically, yeah. It's
Okay,
going
the
to
app will open by
automatically,
and the app will snap you by itself.
yeah, and post it automatically.
And do you think
If
that
it's way past that 60 seconds, it will close. It's not going to take any this until the next timing it will set for you. So it's not like
it will
you
open by
have
itself and
access or
snap
control.
itself?
Yes.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
think people cannot still fake it? You are saying as if you don't know the internet.
No,
Look,
I know people can fake it, but I mean, who is cheating who? Don't you think you'll be the one losing? Because obviously there's nothing to cheat here. If I'm giving you 60 seconds and you're looking at it, okay, so that means you're trying to tell me, okay, for instance, if I'm the kind of person that likes posting in a restaurant, I would have to literally be in a restaurant all day waiting for my Be Real to pop up and then take a picture.
see, people still, no matter how, if like call it be real, be yourself, whatever you call it, people will still not want to post their real self. I mean, they are. I'll say yes. There are people that they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Wait,
Like okay,
let me even check. Let me even
will
check the
post
amount of
will post
downloads
their
they
real self.
already have.
So like there are people like that will post their real self. But major 70% of the people will still not even be real, even on the Be Real app.
Be Real has 3.2 million what do you call it? Reviews.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to check the amount of downloads they have.
That's what I'm saying. People will still not be real.
No, nobody's asking everybody to be real, but
Why?
for the
Why?
vast
Why?
no
See
no for
the urge. The urge to show people that yes, me too. I'm also in this. Me too. I'm also made it. Me too. I've also, that's the thing about people. People let themselves be
Mhm.
oppressed. They call it oppression. But me, I feel like if you let it, that's when it's called oppression. Because I mean, you buy a car. Yes, there are some times where I see some kind of things and like it pains me. Yes, not that it pains me that the person has it, but it pains me that I've not gotten to that point. But it doesn't. It doesn't really trigger me enough. I know that if it pains me, what I need to do is to triple my work hard and smart
Yeah.
altogether. Triple my work to get to my goals. I have my goals in mind. I don't want to know if you're faking it. Okay, that's fine. I see. They said you should be you should be willing to learn, even if pain is your teacher. It doesn't matter if I see something
Here,
and I'm like,
here.
I've
Let me
gotten to this
let me
level.
read. Let me let
Yes,
me
I've not
read.
gotten to
Let,
this
let
level,
me
but
read.
I have to.
Let me read this. Right. This is from Burial. They said Burial is a social platform that encourages users to post in real time rather than editing content every day at a different time. Burial sends a notification to all users to shoot and post. Okay, it's 2 minutes, not actually 60 seconds. Sorry about that. Then
Okay.
here's what somebody said. He said, we use a social media app that asks users to post unfiltered photos of themselves once a
Uh-huh.
day. It's meant to encourage people to be more authentic instead of trying to present their best selves. I tried Be Real and took a while, and though it took a while to get used to, I became a fan of the app once I got used to it, and I loved it so much. This person is a verified user. I can't
Mm-hmm.
really check the amount of followers though, but I think from the reviews, this person has 125k reviews, likes
Mm.
on its reviews, so I think it should be somebody prominent.
That.
And I told you it
But
has 3.2 million reviews, and it's a 4.8. It's in 4.8 stars right now.
the whole idea is I get the whole idea. But like to show what you're doing per day, to show your real self,
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
look unfiltered. I understand all that stuff. I understand all that stuff.
I feel like there's a bot coming.
Exact, you know it. But but people, that's what I'm saying. The idea, you know how hard it is for you to change your mindset that you've had for over how many
No,
years?
let me tell you something. You're talking
Look,
because no, you're talking because of our region. That's why.
yes, because which other region will I talk about? I'm talking based on what I've seen in my own region. I won't
That's yeah,
say
right.
something
But
I don't say.
I don't think it's the same thing out there. I mean, people love to experiment and try new things,
Mm-hmm.
right?
People love to
Yeah.
experiment and try new things. And how many of them do you think they'll like the new things? See, if you think people love to experiment and try new things, why the fuck do you think we have lazy people? Why the fuck do you think we have people that like to procrastinate? Tomorrow. 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 Eh. If you think people like to experiment and try new things, many people would have been billionaires today.
No,
Okay.
the only thing, no, people like to try new things, but people don't like to make new things. Like
What
I
was your
can be, I can be a maker. I can make stuffs, and then you might be a user. You love using new stuffs. There's some people that have like so have you ever wondered why people keep creating new apps every single day, and then people still keep on downloading these new apps on a single like every single day. There's some people whose job is just to like be testing new stuffs. They're comfortable with it, while others is to be creating new stuffs. Just like content, for instance. Some
is
people love creating content, some love consuming content, but it's
look,
still part of the whole ecosystem.
there have to be a balance in life, definitely. There have to be both consumers
And
and
creators, yeah.
producers. It's just a balance. There have to be a balance. There have to be people that love making new stuff. There have to be people that love checking out new stuff. Like, oh, Chanel bag. What's the new Chanel bag? What's the latest Chanel bag? What's the latest Gucci bag? What's the latest Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
There are always people like that. That is why the Louis Vuitton company, all this designer company, they never lose customers because they have a lot of people that are like that.
True, true.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, the new latest, blah, 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 new latest Louis Vuitton. This is 3.0 blah 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 bag just dropped. Check that bag. Check that fucking bag. It's not really. There's no difference between the bag and the last one.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
give it a new name, new color. Maybe probably change one or two styling. Maybe the handles. Maybe they bend it or twist it in one kind of way. That's it. Check out
Voila.
the quality of that bag. People hardly put the bag is not even big enough for you to have even put enough things that you need inside.
I don't know if you know Maxim. I see Maxim Bailey or Maxim Baby. I don't know. I think it's Bailey.
Hmm.
He has like I think 2 million followers on IG also. The guy he does reviews and stuff like he criticizes stuff. So there's this lady that bought I think was it a Chanel bag or a Gucci bag. The bag was at I think the price was $13,000, right? The bag is just what's the name of these bags? Ah God. Do you know those type of bags that it's not really like a bag? Those type that don't have zips. They're not really bags. You know, God,
Or
how would I
or are they
explain
just a
them?
piece of cotton or leather carrying? They are just carrying a piece
Those,
of
yeah,
around.
you should know them. It's just like, let me use our Nigerian thing. You know, you know how Bako bag the, you know Bako bag, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like Bako bag then with the stuff, the hanging stuff, the hang. That was selling for
The
12
bag.
for yeah, that was selling for over $12,000. And
Tw-
this chick was excited she had a
twelve
couple of
thousand.
them.
What?
Because it was Chanel. I think it was Gucci, not Chanel. Because it was Gucci, she bought it. And then she bought this they said it's slippers, like normal slippers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like flip flops.
Mm-hmm.
It was $1,200. That's $1,200 because
Mm-hmm.
that was still the same Gucci. She
Mm-hmm.
bought it. Normal flip flop, right?
Mm-hmm.
This other guy he bought. They said it was the trousers and then the shoes combined. So the trousers
Yeah.
has boots inside, so you don't need to wear shoes. So he bought, I think, for 30, I think 30 something thousand dollars. I might be wrong with these figures, but I'm sure it was around that range though. I was like, why? Because it's Gucci, you're buying it. Like,
Exactly.
I think some people.
Exactly.
No, this
Because
is.
it's Gucci.
I
Look,
think this thing still boils down to what we're
look.
talking
Let
about
me tell you
previously
something.
about.
She's not really buying the bag. She's buying the name.
Yeah, thank you. She's buying the
You
name.
know, so like the bag is actually fucking useless. The design is nonsense. It's like it's rubbish. But the whole idea is it's a Chanel bag. It's one of the latest.
Yeah.
The
Be like, you
idea.
have the latest.
It's
Yeah,
a
I have the
Chanel
latest in
bag.
that bag.
It's a Gucci bag. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah, I have
latest.
the latest.
That
Yeah,
is
I have the
all.
latest those Dolce and Gabbana.
That is all. The latest. It's a Gucci bag. It's a Louis Vuitton bag. It's the latest. That is all people want to know. And when people be like, "Wow, it's the latest. Oh my god, it's the latest. Oh my god." Now she's now feeling
But do
big.
you know?
But
But
is
do you
that
know some?
feeling that comes with it? How much
But
did you get? Oh my god, $1,200. And they're like, oh jeez, oh my god, or $12,000. They're like,
yeah,
oh my god, wow, you need to buy this. Now is the feeling that comes with it. Wow, she has money. She's
yeah.
God,
But
she's carrying the latest. The bag is
but
actually rubbish.
do you know? Contrary to that, I might want to term it as an investment.
Hmm?
Yeah, I want to term it as an investment.
Investment of what?
I'm not really a bag freak. We're not bag freaks, so maybe you might not really understand. But I think from
There is not,
what
bro.
what no
There is
no
virtually nothing
there's
to be
no
understood.
there's this woman, right, in South Africa. She has
Yeah,
this shoe collection. She normally buys shoes like from popular brands, right? So
yeah.
she has lots of shoe collections, very expensive shoes. And then there's some shoes she bought at around. It's sometimes she doesn't even wear it themselves. There's some shoes she bought around 4,000, some $15,000, $20,000, and then when they're asking her about the watch, she was like, this one that I bought 14,000 is worth 40 something $1,000 today's money. That was literally like a year, let's say a year or 2 years back or so, something like that. So now that's just for shoes. Now looking at cars, right? There's this movie I
Mm-hmm.
watched, and the man is a car collector. I didn't really understand what's like. I knew people have like different cars in their garages, but I didn't really understand the meaning of having like flaunting cars, right? Till I watched that
Like what?
movie. Like I didn't understand the concept of having a flaunt of cars, like a fleet of cars.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you hear this person has 50 something cars, and you'll be like, why do you have 50 something cars? Are you riding all of them? But then when I
Don't
watched
drive
the movie,
it. It's just the feeling that comes with it.
no,
I
not
have.
even the feeling. It's an investment. It's an
How
investment.
the fuck
If
is it?
if if I have a limited edition of a
Mm-hmm.
car that is worth, let's say, $500,000, 500K for,
Mm-hmm.
or let's say $2 million for instance, there's some cars that people don't like. You can't even ride the cars. You can just like own them. You can
Look, the
possess them.
only cars I'll know that they are, maybe a an investment are all these antique cars,
Vintage.
vintage exactly. But
Now,
no, no,
now
oh, we're talking,
there's some
maybe the
cars.
latest
No,
Rolls
do you know
Royce, the
there's some
latest
cars. No, there's some
Range
cars
Rover.
that have.
How the fuck is
There's
those
some.
things an
No, I'm
investment?
not talking about those. I'm talking about limited editions. There are some
Those,
cars
yeah,
that are
those.
limited
Maybe you're
editions
talking
that
about the
they
the
only make.
1920s kind of cars, you
No,
know.
no. There's some cars that they make only 20 pieces of them, and that's all. They are not making any more, no matter how
Now
much you
that
have.
one now you can call an investment. That one you can call, and those cars are rare. There's some cars you see that they'll tell you that there are only 4 in the whole world, or there are
Yes.
only 3 or 2 in the whole world. Those kind of cars, yes, those ones are investment. People don't buy them to drive.
Yes, people don't buy them to
And
drive,
if you
but
really look
no,
at it
even
again,
even
they're not
even
really investments per se. Look at it, they're not really investment per se because the
do you know?
idea.
No, I
No wait,
disagree with that. Do you know why I
listen,
see the
idea.
investment? Because
No,
I've seen.
I want you to understand something. The
Yeah.
idea of why they are buying it is not for them to, like I said, it's still based on the feeling that comes with it. Do you? Oh my god! Do you know this man is one of the one that he owns? He owns this
You
only
know
type of car that exists in the whole
what do
globe.
you
He's the one that owns it.
Thrills? What do you consider
Yeah,
an achievement to you?
an achievement, an
Yeah.
achievement. Hmm. Question. What I would say is an achievement. This is really something I have to think of first though. Hmm. Well, I'll consider an achievement in such a way like, are we talking about success in general or like just what you achieve?
Anything, anything at all, anything you want to them as your own achievement.
Achievement can not necessarily for me be success. It cannot be like having a child is an achievement. I believe for me,
Having a child.
yes.
All right.
You
So
can
that is
have a
your own
child.
form. That's your own form of achievement, right?
Now, this is not like I'm saying. It's not really. I don't really have a form of achievement like what I consider to be achievement. Now you can consider anything to be your achievement.
Yeah, that's exactly that's why I asked you personally. What's your now
That
yours? You
is
said having a child is your
no. What
achievement.
I'm saying is,
Now look,
I give an example. I'm not really saying having a child is an achievement
yeah,
for
okay.
me.
Now let me
I
give
don't
you
really
let
have
me
a
give you mine.
standard of
Let me give you
achievement.
mine. If I would be able to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, that would be an achievement for me, a
Mm-hmm.
milestone for me. Yeah, that would be like one of the greatest achievements in my life.
And definitely, YouTube will also recognize the achievement by giving you what a
Yes.
award or
Now,
something.
this is just at let's see entry level for now, right? The more
Mm-hmm.
higher I grow, the more my taste and achievements tend to change. I'll
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay, my next target might be 1 million subscribers. Or I might even diversify from the whole YouTube thing and maybe look at something else as a
Mm-hmm.
form of my own achievement. Now, people have been placed in such a level where now they consider the achievement as having those luxurious brands.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine somebody like let's say somebody like Ola of Lagos, for instance, is a
Yeah.
prominent car guy. For those of you who don't know Ola of Lagos, he's a prominent car guy here in Nigeria. Now, if Ola had, let's say, the resources, don't you think he would want to go for rare species, like rare car species? Don't you think? I don't know if that's running through his thoughts, but I feel that would be like one of his achievements. If he had a rare model, like a rare car, that would be like an achievement for him because he's a car
He
person.
has it as his own, like, or he has it to review.
Yeah. Aside from his review, for his own personal tastes,
Okay.
that might be like what he wants. Well, that might be what he considers as an achievement. For that lady out there, might be having a special edition Chanel bag. That might be considered as her own achievement. So everybody's taste changes. All right. So for us, we
Mm-hmm.
might be all grumpy and be like, why would there might be something you might be able to waste $1,200 on. Like I know you love systems. I'm sure if you had to, you could waste $15,000 on the system. I'm sure. I can bet my ass of it. Now, somebody out there might be saying, why would I waste? Now, that same lady that bought that Chanel bag might be saying, why would I waste $15,000 on a system? I mean, I could just go to the Apple Store and get a MacBook for
Mm-hmm.
$1,000, right? Now, the same way you'd be saying, oh, why would she waste that? Maybe if it was my girlfriend, for instance, I would get her a $1,000 bag or something. So it's just the diversification. So everybody has his or her own taste or preference. So that's just what I'm trying to let you understand. So for the fact that it's not what we consider valuable, does not really mean others shouldn't. I mean, I want to strongly disagree with her proposition, but yeah, if that's what she terms as her achievement and terms it as her
Now
investment.
now you're bringing it back to what we you're bringing it back to achievement. Now, if you bring it back to achievement, in this case, now I don't really have a how would I put an argument because everybody has his own what he calls an achievement.
Yeah, but investment is
You
still
understand?
part of it because
And everybody's
they,
entitled to his own opinion.
every
So not
no,
really I
it's
can't
not
really
every
criticize,
it's not every investment that is meant to skyrocket. Some investments are meant to crash. but we still term them as investments because we were hoping on a greater future, a
Okay.
greater potential for those products.
Now you say some investment are meant to crash.
Yeah.
So would you
But the only thing is we can't tell which one is meant to stay. The only thing is you can hope and you can anticipate for your investment to be the right one.
Yeah, true, sure. But the thing is, that is why you you are think even if in rare occasions
Yeah.
after that's why before an investment is being carried out, there are more detailed calculations, preparations, and all those stuff. Now, still there can be even after the whole calculations, detailed analysis and everything, the investment can still
Yeah.
crash. That is
True.
rare occasions. But if you look at the majority of the time, the investment always follow through. No, but you won't call it an investment if it's not bringing returns back, a profit back. I mean,
But
imagine you
what if you're targeting long term
long term what? Okay, give me an
investment?
example. Give me an example of something that you invest in for it to crash because you're targeting long term. Give me an example.
No, I'm not saying I'm expecting it to crash. I'm saying it might eventually crash. Like
So
nobody's investing. No,
what are
nobody's
you saying
investing.
by saying
Nope.
like what
I
do you
said
mean by
no.
saying yeah targeting long term in the sense like what?
Some invest like okay, for instance, let's say I decide to buy stock with Tesla. All right, and I know eventually Tesla will dip because this is like the period, the season. Oh no, this is not the season. It's actually that December period. Now let's say I bought Tesla stock by September or November, thereabouts, right? And I'm aiming long term, and then eventually the stock will dip. It doesn't really mean my investment has gone because the stock dipped. I'm looking long term. I'm looking like 3-4 years from now what Tesla stock would be. So I'm not really looking um at the close range or the close value of what Tesla is today. Now, looking at, let's use that same Chanel. I don't know why I love using that woman. The same Chanel woman, for instance, she bought that Chanel bag or the Gucci bag. I don't know which one though. She bought the Gucci bag, right, for 12,000. Let's say it dipped in price to like $9,000, and then she was still willing to hold on to the bag. And I'm like, nah, I have a rare bag, so I'm still going to hold on to it with the expectation that it skyrockets. If it doesn't, well, at least I tried. And then
Are you there?
she might even triple or times make it times 4 of the amount she bought it. Reminds me of what happened with the iPhone 1 series, right? Um when iPhone 1 came out and eventually it dipped, like right, people were buying it for like little amounts. Then it got to a point, was it during the launch of iPhone, was it 13? I think it was 13, when Apple was asking for individuals that still had iPhone 1s to chip in with the iPhone 1s, and then was it 10,000 or $100,000 they were going to give them for still possessing the iPhone 1? Now, what would you tell them that was not an investment, but along the line, it turned out to be an investment? People were entering eBay and selling them for $500.
Listen.
Wait, let me
That's
land.
not
Wait, let
see,
me land. Let me
wait,
land.
wait,
Let me
wait, wait,
land
wait.
now.
You don't
Let
let
me
me land.
land.
You don't have
Wait,
to land. You don't
let
really
me
have to land.
land.
Now
Let me
I
land.
want to
Now,
understand
wait,
something.
now. Now, would you say those
Okay,
people that
okay.
had iPhone ones then, prior to this current knowledge, knew that that was an investment? They didn't really buy it for it to be an investment, but along the line, they thought, okay, well, I still have this. I might as well just keep it. A time will come where this might become a rare species, and I can sell it for good bucks.
No and no.
Okay,
Now let me tell you why
how
I think
how
no.
how how do you
This
define
if you want
investment?
to make
Wait,
an investment
how
is
do you define
listen,
investment?
an investment is a conscious stuff that you know that from the onset, this is an investment. Now I'm doing it for the long term because I presume that 2, 3 years from now, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years from now, this thing will be hot cake, and then I can. This is where I'll start reaping the dividends of my investment. An investment is something that is conscious. I mean, do you think if Apple hasn't really tell them, okay, bring your iPhone ones if you have, they'll consider it an investment? No,
No, people were
it
no,
was
they
just
no.
it just, no,
Aside
it
from
just
that,
happened.
tech reviewers were buying. Aside from tech reviewers were actually buying them before the
No,
whole thing.
it just happened. It just happened. It just happened to be like, okay, they still hold on to it because they feel like it's maybe let me say maybe they want to hold on to it to like to show people like, do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this? No, maybe like a how will I put it? Time capsule.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Maybe they probably wanted to hold those stuff as maybe like time capsule to look at it the years back. And it's like, wow, look at where we look at where the whole iPhone stuff started from. Now look at where it is today. So you see what I'm saying? It wasn't really an investment.
No, I'm not saying it was an investment.
And
I'm saying
it's not an investment.
no. I wasn't. I didn't say it was an investment, but
No,
looking at the
he said it was an
possibility of what
investment.
it could have
No,
been, or
he
what,
said it was an investment. He said, wait, let me recap what you said.
yeah,
Let
I
me
said
quote
it
what
can
you
be
said.
termed. I said it can be termed as an investment.
No. And I said it cannot be termed as an investment.
Why?
Never. For
Why?
me, it cannot be termed as an investment because, like I said, an investment is a conscious something from the start. From
Okay.
the very beginning, the investment is meant to be conscious.
Okay, so what would you term? What will you term?
An
What will
investment.
you term
Okay,
the transaction that happened between those iPhone 1 users? What would you term it as? Would you term it as luck?
that is not an investment. See, let me just, in my own
Would you term
opinion,
it as
I'll
would you
put it
term it
as
as luck?
yes.
You know, there are various ways of investing. These there are various now, for
Yes.
instance, I can see a rare
Look. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you. I want you to do something for me. I want you to go through all the platform of all the people, all this all the top people today that we have as richest people, billionaires. I want you to look through all of their history and see if they ever stumbled on investments like on something like this and they call it investment.
Do you know why?
No,
No,
investment is something that happens from
do
the
you know
start.
why?
Like I said, so listen to me. See something now.
They won't
Yeah,
mark it.
trader.
They won't
We're
look.
all traders, bro.
They won't
Wait
now.
now. Yeah,
Wait.
all traders, bro.
I can if do you know?
I listen to you now.
Wait
Wait
now.
now.
All right, go on. Go on.
We're all traders, right?
Yes.
Okay, imagine you buying a coin now that just launched, and then you know, from your calculation, you feel like in a week or two, this coin should skyrocket. Now that is called an investment.
Yes.
Now, but imagine you now just maybe, let me just buy it so that okay. Now it's not really. You're not saying now due to the fact that now if you want to say let you just buy it for buying sake and all that stuff, I'll still consider
Not
that an
buying
investment,
sake. I
even
bought
though
it for my
you don't have the.
use. I'm not buying it for buying sake. I bought it for my use. Let's use BTC for
Exactly.
instance. I
Wait,
bought.
wait,
Wait. I
exactly.
bought.
You
Let's say
have the
I
consciousness
bought.
that this thing is going in long term. This thing
Wait
is going to
now.
grow
Wait.
and it's
Let's
going
say.
to bring back profit.
I
That is
bought.
the investment we're
Let's
talking about.
see. Hear me out. Let's say I bought Bitcoin 2 years ago at $39,000, and then why I bought
Okay.
Bitcoin was to use Bitcoin because some stores don't accept Bitcoin, right? So I bought Bitcoin so I could use it to ease transaction. So that was why I bought the Bitcoin, and then I was doing my transaction happily, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin pumped to $70,000, and I'll be like, oh wow, I have 10 BTC in my accounts in my wallet, right? And I bought these Bitcoins at
Nah,
$390,000,
nah.
and
Nah.
today it's
No,
seven hundred
don't
thousand.
bring up
Seven
that
hundred.
bullshit. No,
That's
no,
exactly what we're trying to
because
say.
you can't
Because
tell me.
wait
No, no,
now,
no, no, no.
wait,
No, wait. You
let me
wait.
land. Let me tell
No,
you.
no,
Wait,
no, 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 no,
let me.
no, no.
Oh, okay,
No,
I'm not
no.
going to
I
land. Let me
refuse
tell
to
you why
let
I
this
said
one
that.
land.
Let me tell you why I use that example because it
Okay.
rhymes. It rhymes with the iPhone 1. I bought the iPhone 1 at that price, and I made use of it just like the way I was making use of my wallets for transaction. And then all of a sudden, the same iPhone 1 skyrocketed. The way BTC skyrocketed, I'm like, oh wow, this is actually a good market. Let me, would
iPhone
you?
1 skyrocket in what manner?
The price shot up now. People were buying it for massive amounts.
It
So
was just the company needed. Okay, listen to me now. Do you know that for shops or
not just no, that's
different
just Apple.
different
No,
weights
okay. Is
now?
it because I said Apple? Is it because I said Apple? Other
Wait,
people,
that's
individuals were
the thing.
buying that price
You
for
mentioned
way.
Bitcoin. Now, I want to use that scenario. Wait, I want to use that scenario. Now, just imagine, okay, for shops or for marketplaces, be able to accept that coin as a payment.
Yeah.
It means it's valuable. It's
Mm-hmm.
of high value. That's what you must understand.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's of high
Yes,
value. It's just that
yes,
no,
yes,
it mustn't really
yes.
be of
It's
high
of high
value.
value. Okay, it's of high value for shops to be able to accept it as a purchasing power. It
What happened?
is of high
What happened to the
value.
what
Like
happened to
it's
the
of
what happened
equal
to the
value with the actual money.
what happened to the commercial method of payments? The
Commercial method
normalized
of payment.
method, the normalized method
Huh?
of using your dollar or your naira wherever you are, or your
That's what I'm
pound,
saying.
your euro.
The Bitcoin you are using to pay, it is of high value to the point that it is of equal value with the money you are paying, with the dollar or stuff. The Bitcoin there, it is of the same value, if possible higher.
Now,
But then
what do
you
you
need
think?
to ask
Now,
now you why
it's
do
not going
you
to be
think
higher
the
because we're going
no
to if
why do
no
you think the shops will accept Bitcoin? Now it's not just because it's valuable, but because they also believe that in a long term that Bitcoin will rise
no
above.
no. So are you trying to say they will literally be gambling with their store? Because if you're
Gambling
going
with the
to
stuff. When
okay
you're
now
trading, do you gamble?
wait now look at it. If now when BTC rose to like $75,000 per Bitcoin, stores are still collecting Bitcoin, right? We're being
Uh-huh.
paid with Bitcoin at the equivalent of that. Now Bitcoin has dropped. Let's say it drops $1,000. Do you think, because that's like a very it's a very high value to gamble with, and let's say I made
Uh-huh.
purchase, not just me, but let's say within a month you made purchase of like 2 Bitcoins, right? And then Bitcoin dropped to 70,000, 50,000 from 75,000. You've literally
Uh-huh.
lost. That's like 50%, right? Yeah, since 5,000. Yeah, you lost 50% your of your profits. Don't you
That's the
think
thing
that's
about it. Yet.
don't you think that's enough to get you bankrupt?
No, not yet. Now we have studied Bitcoin
Wait,
over the years
how?
to know that.
How did we die from talking about Kung Fu Panda to spending
That's
over
what I
an
want to just
hour
how do
on
we maneuver from talking about movies
yeah
to business to here? Now
to
back to what I
cryptocurrency?
was I wanted to just bring up that point, but I was like, okay, let's finish discussing this first. But back to what I
Alright.
was now. What was my point actually? He just made me forget my point. But okay, it's like I remember now.
No,
Now,
don't
okay.
remember. Alright, go on.
Okay. Now the thing is the shops you say they don't gamble. Like I remember my major point now. We have all studied Bitcoin over the years to discover that there are times where Bitcoin dropped drastically, and still in that drastic, like the as if Bitcoin is going to
The drastic movement, yeah.
die out. Do you think that people actually okay, Bitcoin is done for? Let's just sell all our coins and then get the money and then like just go. Bitcoin is done for. No, they always believe it's like it's seasonal. I don't know if you understand.
Yes,
There are
it
times, there are
is.
seasons people target. I know that yet in this season, crypto traders, you're a crypto trader, you can confidently tell me that in this particular season, Bitcoin is definitely going to rise. Do you think that Bitcoin, or you want to tell me that there's no particular season that Bitcoin shoot up?
There is. Now what
Exactly.
now
Wait now, wait. I just needed the answer, and that is it. There's seasons. So do you think that those shops they are not actually gambling? It doesn't matter if the Bitcoin
I'm not
drop.
saying they're gambling.
It, it does. You
I'm not,
said they are gambling their whole this, but see, it doesn't
yes,
matter if
in a way, yeah.
see, it doesn't matter if the value of what of the investment drop at that point. Mind you, this is something that they calculate the market, they study the market, they know that definitely within this point, Bitcoin is definitely going to shoot up, and once it shoot up, we'll get not just our capital back, but we'll get profits to come. So that is not gambling. That is not actually gambling. And it's
So
weird actually.
what
We
do you take
started
that as?
started talking about movies. Favorite
Mhm.
best movie of the year to business.
Yeah, I wonder how we diversified.
This like we just moved completely. You know, you are
I
the one that
almost
started.
forgot about the topic. We
You
have like
started
several other
because
topics
you were
to.
asking me about the chameleon. I said she would have been a good business person. Then you started asking me what can.
No,
But anyways, it's
no,
actually
it's your
it's good.
fault. It's
It's
your
good
fault.
to actually dissect all those
No,
topics
it's
because
your
yes.
fault. Why did you have to talk about what this issue should have been good at? You'd have
Okay,
just
now
said
you're
that.
blaming me now for it. Okay, anyway,
Yeah.
I was bringing an example, and then you took the example seriously, and now here we are.
Yes, now because you made it seem serious now, so
I
I had
was
to.
saying she would have been a much better business person. Paul's destiny.
So
the
exactly,
Dragon
exactly
Warrior.
how are the listeners supposed to fix all these things together now to cope? Because now we've talked to them about business and they want us to switch to movies. How exactly will they cope?
Like I'm just trying to paraphrase what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Poe's destiny, really.
Mm-hmm.
Poe's destiny was to be the Dragon Warrior. Remember, Ugwe also said it was his destiny. It's his destiny. So the thing is, you can't actually shy away from destiny.
Yeah, but the thing
See,
is, how do you know? How do you know it's actually? Are you just going to assume it's your destiny because somebody said it's your destiny?
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
See, there are some times, but I understand. I said, see, I don't understand. People, you know, this stuff about God's feelings, listen to your heart, and all the stuff. I
Yeah.
usually the whole thing was bullshit. But do you know something? Do you realize that your heart never lies?
Depends on the scenario you find yourself in.
There's no scenario where you tell me your heart lies. No, your heart can never lie. Even normally, when you're speaking to somebody and then you throw in a little lie there, your heart skip a bit. You know it.
True.
You know it. It's the thing is, your heart is trying to tell you that what you just said, I'm not in accordance with it. So it's the same thing with destiny. How are you supposed to know it's destiny? When you're doing it, and then you still have that peace within you. There are some things that people will do and be like, "Oh, you're crazy. Why are you still doing this kind of thing? This thing is already there. No, no, no. You're supposed to leave this thing and go." And then they'll still remain it. At the end of the day, they become who they want. They become who they have already envisioned to be, who they know they want to be. Why? Because they really had their peace inside was intact. It was never missing. So that's how you know destiny. I don't know. I'm walking in the path of destiny. So when I keep doing it, despite people are saying, "Don't do it. This thing is for leave this whole thing." But the fact that I'm not really troubled, I'm still having that my peace is still intact with what I'm doing. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I don't shy away from what I'm doing. I keep doing it because I know that definitely this is where I'm supposed to be. Have you not had that feeling before? And like people are like, "Bro, you know, people, oh, we are moving to this place," and you're like, "No, no, no, this is where I'm supposed to be. I feel it. This is where I'm supposed to be." You know? Or some people will be like, they'll just wake up and be like, "Nah, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not really supposed to be here. This is not where I'm supposed to
Yeah.
be." That is the thing. It was destiny. It was destiny. So there was peace with it. Once he began to embrace destiny, once Paul began to embrace destiny, remember they taught him with what he loves. He loves food. So Master Shifu taught
Why
him
do you have to make that very
using
obvious?
yes now. So the guy is fat actually, so it's not really something that wasn't obvious. So he used the food now to beguile him. He used the food to lure him into his destiny. This was his destiny.
Because
I
so
remember Master
because he's
Ugwe.
a foodie now.
Yeah, I remember Master Ugwe at the time was the spiritual leader of the valley. So he spends most time meditating, spends most time in the spirit realm and all those stuff. So that
Mm-hmm.
is why when Master Shifu had it, he had to himself, whether he likes it or not, this is the Dragon Warrior. And my duty as a master is to train the Dragon Warrior. Whether I like the guy or
Or
I
not.
don't like him, but this is the duty. And you remember at the end of the day, he became even more, he became the most, like, how will I put it? Will I put it the proudest person of him? Or something like that. He became, like, among everybody, he was the proudest of
Mm-hmm.
Poe. Like, to watch the thing he actually wanted for Tylon, he actually saw it in Poe. To watch his little student from small, and you know, he actually surpassed his heroes, the five. He
Yeah.
surpassed them by far. The level that they are different, their level was like on a different scale. He surpassed them by far. That's what his destiny. He was walking in his destiny and he followed it with all diligence. So he surpassed them. He was able to surpass them by far to the point that he even surpassed his own master that taught him. He became spiritual leader. You could imagine. He became spiritual leader.
But
That he became Ugu.
even at that,
You
I
get
still
what I'm saying?
feel. Mm,
So his destiny actually he was following. But the lady didn't really, follow destiny. She just had a passion for Kung Fu, and because nobody wanted to teach her Kung Fu, she decided to, you know, take it by force. I will learn Kung Fu. This is my passion. I will learn it. And then instead of learning it the traditional way, since You can't tell me there's nobody that will want to teach you. Everybody will reject you. No. Did she try Master Shifu? No.
Did Master Shifu give her audience? I mean, she can't just be walking around anybody now trying to.
No, she didn't try all the masters. She only tried the
So
few
how
that
was she
rejected
supposed
her.
to know which ones to try and which ones not to try?
That's the
It's just
thing.
like
That's
it's
the
just
thing.
like saying you've pitched your
Look,
business
that's
idea, but because you've not pitched to
that.
everybody, you should keep pushing. While you've pitched to, let's say, 50 people, or no,
Look,
50 is even
that's
too
the
much.
thing.
You pitched to 20,
She didn't
but
really look for. She didn't looked for it. I know she pitched to people. She tried to go to some masters to teach her, and then they rejected her. But I believe if you really want to learn this stuff, I won't give up. If I were her, I won't give up. I'll keep searching for a master that will be able to teach me. And eventually, by all means, there's nobody. People don't hate her that much now. People will definitely want to teach her. For goodness sake, she will meet somebody, a master that will willingly want to teach her.
True.
If only she does it, she will definitely meet. There's no how everybody will reject her. No how. She would definitely encounter a master that would have taught her the kung fu she needed. But no, she decided to take that thing into heart and become angry and bitter. And now she tried to use force. And literally she used magic or whatever she used to suck their kung
magic.
fu out.
Magic is the word.
No, I mean, it's like magic now.
Yeah.
She basically sucked their kung fu out of their body. It's not like she copied it. It's like she caught it. Let me use computer
More like
terms.
payback. She
She
was trying
caught
to
it and
pay them. She was trying to pay them back.
pay who back?
Them.
Who is the them?
Virtually everybody she met there was she met them for trainings and all that, and they all neglected her. I won't say all, but most of them neglected her.
So she was trying to pay them back.
Yeah, pay them back.
Do you know something? Let me apply this whole scenario to life.
Okay.
If people really they downgrade you, this idea of I'll make it and then show it so that they'll see. Look, if you actually make it, if you actually become successful, you don't need to show. The money itself will speak. You don't need to even do anything at all. That is why we know that you have grown beyond those people. Because if you start stooping down to their level to show them that you have made it, your mindset haven't really grown anywhere.
True.
If I've made it, I won't really stoop down to their level again to start showcasing that I've made it. No. I don't need to even do that anymore. Because at this point, I'll grow them by far.